All right, hold up, guys. We got a video by Just Rashad. New Gen Anime is missing something, and the thumbnail said anime needs filler. Now, do I agree with that? Honestly, no. I kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen's fast pacing and Chainsaw Man's fast pacing as well.
This is why anime needs filler episodes. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Just Rashad. And this discussion right here, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is something that came across my mind when I had a discussion with earlier this week with one of my supporters. Shout out to Eisen, man. We were basically talking about, new gen anime and why it doesn't hit the same as old.
My thing is, okay, yeah, I get why it might not hit the same, but it's just like, I feel like filler ultimately doesn't really do the series any justice. Like, I oddly get why people want filler, like maybe to stretch out animes, but like, look at One Piece. Like, One Piece doesn't have a filler issue. It's more of a pacing issue, but it's just like, I don't know.
Gen anime, right? So one of the reasons why Eisen explained to me that these new generation anime don't really have that same feeling as the old generation anime. The reason he said was because a lot of the new anime nowadays is pretty much just action.
But that's probably why I love new gen anime so much. Now, Solo Leveling's awesome, but it's kind of missing a plot and a story. But like, I love that everything stays on the plot. It stays on the story. Like, think of even Attack on Titan. If Attack on Titan had filler episodes, it would be so garbage, bro. If Death Note had filler episodes, it would be so bad. Heck, if JoJo's Bizarre Adventure had filler... Does JoJo's have filler episodes? I don't think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has filler episodes. But the best animes are actually usually the ones that don't have filler from what I'm seeing. Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, filler just... Nah, I gotta disagree on this one, man. Like, I get why some people like filler, but I don't think it's ultimately, like, healthy for the series.
Action episodes, right? Like, there's never no downtime or, just a moment of peace.
Okay, I get that complaint. There's never a moment of peace or downtime. Now, yeah, in Jujutsu Kaisen, there isn't much downtime. I think they had this one episode, episode 19, where they were playing, like, baseball or something, or there was, like, a beach episode. But, okay, I get the complaint. There's never any downtime. But ultimately, filler just kind of disrupts the literal plot.
Goes on in these new generation anime, right? And I kind of started to think to myself, I was like, damn, he actually has a point, bro. Because now that I think about it, when we were talking about Demon Slayer, majority, like 95% of Demon Slayer, just straight fight. Like, they've never had like a moment.
Yeah, no. True. Yeah, true.
To where Tandra.
But here's the thing, this doesn't necessarily mean that Demon Slayer needs filler. Maybe the author of Demon Slayer just should have maybe paced the series better, or actually had more like downtime type moments.
Relaxes in the village with Nezuko, or where Nezuko goes out on a date with Zenitsu. Like, we don't have any of that going on in the new generation anime. And it kind of, had me thinking, like, bro, is that what's considered filler? You know what I'm saying? Because if character development and, little slow moments like that is what you could call filler.
Nah, I don't call that filler. Filler is just when it literally has nothing to do with what the actual mangaka wrote in the manga. So, like, if Luffy was chasing a pig for an entire episode, that would just be stupid, and it kind of does ruin One Piece. Like, imagine, like, filler just... Nah, I don't like filler.
I remember there was a point back then.
Character development is fine. Like, as I said, Attack on Titan is peak. Attack on Titan has great character development. Hunter x Hunter has great character development. Now, some people complain the Chimera Ant arc was too long. Okay, whatever. But it's not from what I'm hearing, you don't have an issue with filler. You just want more downtime, really. But filler shouldn't be the method to get more downtime. The author should just pace the series better so that there's more downtime and calm and peaceful moments. But filler itself, just nah.
And with the old generation, where we were all complaining that there's too much filler episodes. There's too much, you know what I'm saying, non-important episodes that don't really impact the story much. And we were all complaining. Don't even lie. We all were complaining back then, like, let's cut out the filler.
Yeah.
And now it seems like in 2026, the new, you know, anime manga writers and creators,
honestly, I prefer fast pacing over slow pacing. I got to be 100%.
they've kind of done away with that. And I was like, you know, it's actually crazy when you sit here and think.
Now, Solo Leveling, its fast pacing is one of the reasons why it's so great. The story is not good though. The plot is good, the story isn't, honestly. I don't even know if the plot's that good. Solo Leveling doesn't have a story, to be honest.
Think about it, because you think about a Solo Leveling, or you think about all these other new anime that only have 12 episodes, you know, per season.
But that's the exact point. That's what I love, though. The fact that One Punch Man literally only had one season with 12 episodes and it became extremely popular just goes to show how well, like, fast pacing is, and overall just good writing as well. Saitama versus Lord Boros was peak, bro. Boros was such a great... I really liked his writing as a villain, even though he was only in the series for like 2 episodes. Boros was great. Beautifully written.
So the reason why they do have that is because of them cutting out all the filler, or what we would call filler episodes that's not important to the story. And I was like, damn, is that the reason why a lot of these new generation anime, to me and to others, kind of feel bland? You know what I mean?
So you want more like My Hero Academia? Oh, okay. Okay, this is fair. If you're talking about like you want more type like My Hero Academia where it has like a long season, because My Hero Academia, it did kind of feel like a bigger Jujutsu Kaisen, if that makes sense, like a bigger Jujutsu Kaisen world. Like there's more characters, big cast. It felt like Naruto. Yeah, My Hero Academia kind of felt like Naruto, right? So if you prefer series like My Hero Academia, yeah, I'm completely fine with that. MHA doesn't have a lot of filler, but the author does actually have a lot more downtime moments, which makes it such a great series. Yeah, this is fair. I'm glad you brought up MHA as an example, because yeah, I get what you're talking about.
It's because we don't get that same character.
Personally, it's difficult. I still prefer Jujutsu Kaisen over My Hero Academia, but My Hero Academia is also like a really great series. The ending was pretty nice too. Yeah, we could get more shows like MHA for sure. Yeah, and it has a bit like slower pacing, more character development. Yeah,
Development, or that same, you know, just downtime and non, you know, combative, non-fighting, just a moment to actually build the story up in these new anime.
Yeah, completely fair. I get what he's talking about now. I actually agree with him. That's fine. For me personally, I mean, honestly, My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen are really both like great animes. So I can't truly say I have like a huge preference. Like I have a slight preference towards JJK, but MHA was also peak. Bro, season 7 and season 8 of MHA were peak, man.
That they did back in previous animes. I just thought I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention because it really is noticeable now that he mentioned that. Shout out to Eisen, bro. One of the, you know, one of my OG supporters, bro. He really made a very valid point when he said that, because I can't really think of any other than right now Frieren. Frieren's probably the...
Frieren doesn't even have filler though. That's the thing. Frieren just has slower pacing. So what this guy wants is not, he doesn't want filler in anime. He wants slower pacing. He wants more moments where things are calm before going into the eye of the storm, which is completely fine. Yeah, My Hero Academia is a great series. Frieren, I don't like Frieren that much, like personally. It kind of reminds me of like the One Piece pacing. It does have slow pacing, but again, a lot of people like it and it's doing very well. So yeah, honestly, yeah.
Only one to where they do a really good job at building the story, but also part of the reason of them being able to do that is maybe because they do have like 20 plus episodes per season.
Yeah, that too. Like I get it. So more like slower paced My Hero Academia, Frieren type of shows, maybe even One Piece, you know. But yeah, I get it.
So I don't know that I just, you know, it's just a little quick short video I didn't want to make this longer or whatever. But I do really feel like Eisen had a point when he said that a lot of these new anime just feel bland. There's no really story build up, to them. It's just nonstop fight.
Okay, some people do say JJK is just like nonstop fights. It's like a fight simulator, but Mahito is such a great bro. Mahito is very well written, and there was a lot of character development, just to be honest. But I see why some people think JJK is just about fights. What you guys want, I guess, what people want is like Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia type of animes, right? We need more. We need a new One Piece. We need I think Kagurabachi could fulfill that role.
Until there's a winner, and I was like, damn, he has a point, man.
But nah, I get it. But ultimately, my main takeaway is I think this guy wants slower paced anime, not actually filler. He prefers like a My Hero Academia over Jujutsu Kaisen is my assumption, right? And My Hero Academia does have a lot more build up. Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe its pacing is too fast for its own good. There's too many fights. I guess My Hero Academia and JJK are both great, so I guess the approach doesn't matter. I personally prefer JJK, but My Hero Academia is also peak, so really both works. But I guess what people want nowadays is more anime like My Hero Academia, maybe even more anime like Black Clover. People want slower pacing. People want like a long anime. They don't just want a Demon Slayer that ends after 130 chapters, a Jujutsu Kaisen that ends after 220 chapters. People want longer running shonen again with slower pacing. So we need more One Pieces, we need more My Hero Academias, we need more Narutos, we need more Black Clovers. I get it.